Nearly 10 million children are at risk from air pollution from Indonesia's forest fires. That's according to the United Nations. UNICEF is warning the children could suffer lifelong physical and cognitive damage. A haze emergency has been declared in the Indonesian province of Riau until the end of October. The air pollution index there has now exceeded the 500 mark. Any reading above 300 indicates hazardous air quality. The emergency status allows the Riau government to extend the shutdown period of schools. It will also receive more help from the central government to fight the fires. But there's also positive news from Malaysia. The start of the monsoon has brought some respite to those in the east of the country. Water bombing operations have been successful as well in tackling forest and peatland fires. The air pollution index reading for that region now in the moderate range. Schools have also been given the green light to reopen. This report from our senior correspondent Melissa Goh, who joined a Malaysian Air Force water bombing operation in Kuching this morning.
Malaysia has two of these aircraft, the Bombardier CL-415. They're known for its firefighting capability. Now, although these assets belong to the Maritime Enforcement Agency, they're often being used to help firefighters put out raging forest fires. Now, my cameraman, Cairo Azman, and myself are joining one of these water bombing activities outside Kuching, Sarawak. Wish us luck.
It's the third day of operation by Commander Muhammad Saad and his men. They have flown over 10 hours and conducted 35 drops over Sri Aman, some 180 kilometers outside the Sarawak state capital of Kuching, since Sunday. The mission on Tuesday was to put out the remaining peat fire about the size of a football field that's still burning.
We expect to do more than 10 scooping if the weather okay, and then we will return back to Kuching.
Cruising at 130 knots per hour, about 1,000 feet above ground, I could see large swathes of burnt scar across plantation and peatland. Firemen were unable to get to these remote places. Those who managed to do so were not able to find water source. The river is 2 to 3 kilometers away. So when this aircraft sprang into action last weekend, many were heaving a sigh of relief. But
the problem is the river these days are all too shallow because of the current hot and dry spell.
after flying for half an hour, Commander Muhammad and Lieutenant Aswadi identified a spot along Batang Lupa River. They have exactly 12 seconds to scoop up 6,000 litres of water before releasing them over the burning peatland.
Operation, unfortunately, has to be aborted after 5 scoops and 5 drops because the fishermen started to set up nets along the river, and that poses a danger not just to the aircraft and the crewmen, but also to the fishermen themselves. But nevertheless, the operation is hailed as a success, as the number of hotspots in and around Sri Aman has been substantially reduced.
Before I bid farewell to Commander Muhammad and his crew, Lieutenant Aswadi was kind to show me how the aircraft works.
During scooping, within speed range 80 to 70 knots, the water will come in through this probe and going up to the tank. We got 2 tanks inside. After we reach the limit, and then we put the probe up back, and then we'll take off. And then we will drop the water by releasing the door. We got 4 doors.
How would you describe the operation as a success?
For me, I consider it 85% success. All the hotspot area has been eliminated. Should be no problem.
I can still see haze returning from across.
Because the haze coming from the Kalimantan side, not from our side. Our side already completed, no more hotspot.
Malaysia is currently the only country in Southeast Asia with this type of aircraft. In 2015, it joined the operation to put out forest fires in Palembang, Indonesia. Melissa Goh, CNA, Kuching, Sarawak.